over here. Get some canes over here. We got some canes over here. There go some canes over
Relax
here.
and take notes while I step in, ain't no question. I've been reppin', see my squad ballin', that's a blessing. I'm texting with my homies from that West End Zone crew. Say they taking shots, told me roll through. I told you about that orange and green. We click tight, big bites, we destroy your team. Make the world view our games like a horror scene. Stuff opponents in a can like Goya beans. I mean, representing for the team, let us hit it up. You can't get connected with us, check your signal. Infamous with that swag, it's original. The copycats could copy that, but we go get some more. No gate, no Seminole. We let it stay, but in the state we is the general. Coral Gables around the world, we don't have a limit. We rep that youth from the streets to the academics. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
Ooh, we do please is the hurricanes. You ain't got that work, you can't serve the canes. I know you been watching, we been hurting things. Where that crown at, homie, we them dirty canes. We gon' get that title, what that purdy ring. Gotta turn over chain for every team. Green and orange on my back, get a foreigner's back. I'm scoring while you roaring like a lion getting sacked. ¿Qué pasó, papi? Tú no puedes conmigo. Argentino de principio, huracán en mi equipo. Got the passion like Sebastian when I'm rapping, that's a fact. Got that 7-6 jersey for the legend, Warren Sapp, yeah.
Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
We got some canes over here and we bout that. Solo D and them ballin' boys, yo, we got that. No good chillin' in the cut, hard rock pack. And if you hatin' on them canes, better stack. It's the state of the MIA. The U is back, what them haters gotta say. Them hurricanes, we be ballin' all day. Turn over chain, got the people going crazy.
No whoop whoop, it's the sign, so you know who it is. They counting finest on like the U up in here. Gold teeth, grillin', chillin', Solo D what it is. We got the turn up chain, gang up in here. Cause it's a UM thing, orange and green is the gear. We coming to you HD, so it's crispy clear. Now put them U's in the sky, don't stand and chill. And let them know if they don't know we got some canes up in here.
Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Get some canes over here. Throwing U's up, how we do our thing over here.
Canes, we be ballin' all day. Canes, we be ballin' all day. Canes, we be ballin' all day. Them hurricanes, we be ballin' all day.
Who that?
So low, so low, so low, G. So low, so low, so low, G.
You about to go live.
You ain't slow down.
Act like you got them skate. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live. 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 Go live, I'm finna go live.
What's up? What's up? What's up, Canes in the building? Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. Y'all already in the chat. As usual, man, we got our usual suspects in the building. I see my man right there, V12 in the building around here. Let me see if I can make sure I put our names up here because I'm tripping a little bit. But anyway, let me get those thumbs up. Let me know everything looks good, sounds good. As always. Matter of fact, you know what, Haitian Ellen? Since my dog V12 done made himself the co-host, I'm actually making you the producer of the show because you always in the building, you always on time, and you always be the first one to get a thumbs up when I ask that question. So I appreciate you. Let's make this thing happen real quick. Let me take care of some housekeeping. Appreciate Solo D for giving us the opportunity, guys. Go over to Miami Sports Music, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button for those guys. Well, they do a good job also with Miami Dolphins Talk. Also, Mr. Tabio, Alex Tabio from Certified Home Loans. anything you have to do, who's sponsoring the show, anything you have to do in regards to financing homes, whether it's VA loans, VHA loans, first-time home buyer, whatever the case may be, hit him up. His phone number, V12, as co-host knows the point, straight down to it, which is 305-205-1697. He answers the phone all the time and emails. So, and he's a huge Hurricane fan. That's actually how we got mixed up. And he helped me get this right here. So we rocking and rolling. So with all that being said, man, we got a lot to talk about. The rumor mill is spinning on full blast this week, but I want to give a shout out to V12 and that shirt he got on. What kind of shirt is that you got on, cuz?
You see what I say? Hey, and I hate, hey, mate, hey, I wanted A's. We're going to talk about it. First off, let me say, my manners, good morning to you, Coach. Good morning, Brother Jay Blaze. Good morning, everybody. Haitian Ellen. She said, period. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning. Always another day. Blessed to be here. Blessed to talk Canes football. I got the Po Little Timmy shirt on, and y'all may not really like why I have it on, but we're going to get into it later. But, hey, we got lots to talk about. Hey, Coach, I don't know, Coach. We got
a lot to talk about, man. So here it is. We actually started the show a little bit earlier. I know they play at 3:30, but we jumped into it because I got McCain juice already on deck. You know what I mean? So I figured by 3:30 I might be hurting. And the reason that is because, as you know, we in this fantasy football, the college fantasy football league I got going on. And, man, it's tight in there right now, man. Trust me, it's super fun. Next year, we're going to open up a couple more games. I want everybody to jump in because it's fun, man. And that's actually my first time doing it. And I have to tell you this, I watch football different because of it, bro. Like, I'm actually, I put other games on and I'm looking at it, but now I'm paying attention to these players. Like, look, bro, I was so pissed, man. They had a dude ran the ball down to the 2-yard line. They gonna take him out, put the other cat in, and I missed out on my 6 points. But anyway, Brother Jay Blaze, he know about that. He know about that fantasy. I think I had to put it on him once or twice. But anyway, let's get this thing rolling, man. We got 41 in the chat. I appreciate everybody that's in here right now. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share this thing around. As we know, as you can see right over my head here, I got the Miami Hurricanes. The countdown is on to 4 hours, 21 minutes. And it's going, let me see, 58, 57, 56 seconds before we take this thing off and knock these heads off. But you say you got something to say about it. But let's do this thing, man. Let me pop a couple of these things in the chat. I see in here. I saw this, man, and explain this to me, DeJuan. I'm gonna open up the phone lines. I saw something about rip to ATL Kane. I'm not sure what happened. I saw something on a blog, maybe Facebook or something like that. But man, I'm really sorry to hear that. He been subscribed to the channel and been a long time viewer, so I'm not sure what happened. But definitely, DeJuan, if you can call in, man, I appreciate it because I would like just an update or whatever the case may be. I'm not sure if you know him very well, but I'm sorry to hear that, man. Yeah, but absolutely. Rest in peace to that brother, man. But anyway, let's talk about this piece because we got a lot to talk about. Before we get into the UNC stuff, we know the rumor mill is spinning. Manny Diaz, as you guys know, last week I did the show with Alonzo Highsmith, Melvin Bratton, and Lamar Thomas was on. I come back on my show with my hand up and I stand corrected based on the information I was given by Alonzo Highsmith. I have constantly and repeatedly said that the University of Miami does not have the money. And Alonzo Highsmith told me that they have the money to do what they want to do. So that's being said, V2. I know you said you caught some of that show as well. What are your takes on that part so far, saying having the money to do what they want to do? And we've been making these hiring practices since 0102 with, I guess you'd call it mediocre hires in the sense of spending top dollar for them.
Yeah, I was, and that's why you Coach Hayes, man. That's why the viewers love you. That's why I love you, because you can stand corrected when you're not completely accurate. And we all, and I was in that boat too. We all thought that the U didn't have the money, but when you're talking to guys like Melvin Bratton and Alonzo Highsmith, my bad, Alonzo Highsmith, they are so connected to the U, and also Lamar Thomas, they're so connected to the U. That shocked me. So I think Zoe says something very, very imperative, that the football program built the medical school, built a lot of these dorms, and now it has shifted to they're trying to promote, which is not a negative thing, more of the school than the football program. So they say you show me where your money is, and show me where your heart's at, right? And they're showing the youth fans right now that their heart is not really with the football players. You know what I mean? With the football program. And that was a very, very good point. I didn't recognize that they had money like that. So now we can kind of put that to rest from that source, you know, and it could be, you know, off a little bit, but for the most part, if we're going to accept that as it is, we have some money, we have some bread. So now we can go ahead and try, hopefully, to get that big time coach. But again, they have to be able to want that the football program to be how it was back in the day, to be dominant.
I love it, man. Now you make a lot of sense. Real quick to our producer in the building. Since I'm producer, I'm changing it to throw the U up. All right, so throw the U up then. That's what it is. We throwing the U up. I love it, man. But we got a lot of chats in here, a lot of things going on. You know, I'm just popping them up here as they go. And so to go back and to say all this, somebody says Sam Howell gets Manny fired today. So here's the question. What is the point threshold? I think that may be, we're going to do two. We're going to do two predictions today. The point threshold for being fired, and then we're going to do the game prediction. So what is the point threshold that Manny doesn't make it back on the plane today without being fired? And the second one is the point prediction. We'll get into that. We'll do that first point part when we finish this segment. But anyhow, do you think that there is a threshold? First of all, let me ask you that.
I do. I think that all eyes on Manny Diaz. If it hasn't been the last couple games, it's today. And particularly the reason is because of what UNC did to us last year. And it depends how this game progresses. Would depend on what happens to Manny Diaz. And we're going to talk about the threshold, but coach, it may be going down. Maybe going down.
What have we gotten to, dog? I said it before. I'm watching something I love die. And like, what have we got? What has this university and this program football had? What have we got? Like, where? Like, I watch these other shows and I watch the other guys on YouTube and I watch and I listen. I understand. And, you know, everybody's the hot guy on this and that. And I understand that. But I'm still stuck in, how are we here, dog? Like, we actually, out of all, I said this before, COVID was a terrible thing, but we are the coach, we are the program who actually probably benefited the most from COVID in the return of players. And we are in bad shape, bro. Bad shape. And I just can't wrap my head around, because here's another thing as I look at, I can't wrap my head around the situation we're in and the conference that we're in. Like, this was where the stars and moon should have aligned for the University of Miami to take that step forward, where, think about what's happened. We are a program that only lost three players, Brevin Jordan, the two defensive ends, Roche and Phillips, right? We could recover from that. And we're in a situation right now. UNC is actually kind of down. I mean, think about Florida State beating them, and I know any given Saturday. We winning by 2 on App State. We lost the game to Michigan State. We lose to a missed field goal. And I said at the beginning of this season that this is the season where the games that we're supposed to win need to be blowouts, and the 50-50 games we got to win. I said that. And we are nail biting on the opening kickoff, like, Lord have mercy, can we win the game? We up here nail biting. I'm in awe, dog. Like, it hasn't been an injury bug until last week or this week. Manny started talking about people got these viruses or whatever, but it's not like we've had a big injury bug going on. It's not like a lot. Yeah, I know we had some suspensions with Knighting and Williams and so forth, but those guys still weren't the make or break of this team. Yeah, we had some injuries on O-line too, but still, guys, come on. But anyway, V12, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's very disheartening, as disappointing to where we are from where we used to be, where we would go into games with the confidence. We're trying to figure out how much we're going to win by and what the point total is going to be and how early the third and fourth strings are going to be in. To you hit it on the head, coach. We don't even know what's going to go on from the opening kickoff. But I go back to what someone said earlier in the chat. You have to put the money and you have to get the people and put key people in positions to help these young men thrive. And guess what? Be better. Because Bratton and Zoe and Lamar said something very interesting. When they came up, they held each other accountable. They put in the work after practice. They got up early. And I'm not on the ground, and I'm not sure if Footballville knows, but I don't know. I'm not on the social media thread or whatever. What these guys are doing outside of practice in the off season, to get better. There was a point in time where I think it was Bratton said it wasn't mandatory for people to be there, but it was mandatory. You know what I'm saying? Where, hey, the university's not calling this practice, but the players are calling this practice, and let's get out here and let's get better. And until we have that culture back, until we have that hunger back, we're gonna be middle of the road and bottom of the barrel all day, every day. It's a culture thing, and it's a pride thing. And I'm not sure that what we have right now is getting it done at UM. It's not getting it done.
Yeah, I just put in the chat right now a poll, and I just simply said, does Miami Hurricanes beat UNC today? Yes or no? Right now, we're currently at 60% yes. So there it is. Let you know right now. But anyhow, it's a lot going on. Miami Flo in the building. Oh, doggone, it moved so fast. You know how that go, Flo. Hold on, I just saw your thing. Here it is. He said it's leadership. Yeah, man, it is leadership, Flo. I don't know if I could put this on the players, dog, because there's too many players that look bad. Right? It's not one guy that kind of tanking us out, 2 or 3 guys. We look bad as a whole. In all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams, bro. And that's what bothers me the most.
But coach,
yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. That's a good point Flo made. But it's leadership at all levels. AD, am I correct? It's leadership from the head coaching standpoint, leadership from the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and it's leadership from the players. De'Aaron King is out. Where's the leadership coming from? He can't. It's different, yeah, he has respect, but he's on the sideline. Van Dyke, he's trying, right? Bubba Bolden, he's on the defense. We don't have that person who was going to make a stink, who's going to be. We have too many. I will give you a good example. We have too many media darlings. Where's the person who's going to ruffle some feathers and essentially call out some folks? Say, hey, everybody is politically correct now, and that's not going to get it done. You on the field, hey Hayes, bro. Hey Hayes, you ain't getting it done 2 weeks in a row. I'm not saying it to embarrass you, but I'm saying that I know you better than that, coach. Coach better. So yeah, I blame the players from that aspect to, hey, who calling these team meetings? You know what I mean? So yeah, I blame players too. Is it all on them? No. But we need to have the leadership all phases.
I agree. And I've always said this, it's never one side of this deal, right? Everybody is enough blame to go around, right? For example, missing tackles. That's not a coaching thing, right? I know they practice tackles, right? So when it's 3 people there and 3 people miss the tackle, dog, that's on the player. I have to say that is on the player. But scheme, philosophy, that's on the coaches. Getting guys prepared for the game, that's on the coaches. The guys wide open, you dropping footballs, I'm sorry, that's on the player. Those type of things. So it's always enough to go around, but I always say it's never a 50-50 deal. It's always going to be, that 60-40, 70-30. It can always go back and forth, but I'm more on the 70-30, more of the coaches and the leadership, as Flo said, in this process right now. That's where I stand right now, because we should not be in this bad of shape, bro. We should not be in this bad of shape. I'm sorry. But anyhow, let's move this thing forward, because I'm opening up the phone line. We currently got 100 in the chat. Do me a favor, like they say, doggone it, y'all be moving so fast in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let's make this thing happen. You see up there, my name is 20K by 2022. We're trying to get this thing to 20,000 subscribers by December 31st, 2021. So let's make this thing happen, y'all. We currently at 15,563, if I'm not mistaken. So We got a ways to go, but we right there. Anyhow, let's jump into some UNC, then I open up the phone lines. We currently at 51% says no. So they're saying no, that we won't win. I hope these are Canes fans, but anyway, 52% says no, so it's jumping. UNC, Sam Howell has been one of the top quarterbacks. They did drop a game to Florida State, unbelievably. But here's my question, and this is what I'm scared of. Florida State played Notre Dame extremely well, tough, and down to the wire. I said, dog, Florida State is on the rise, thinking Notre Dame was better. Then I look at Notre Dame, which they're always going to be ranked. That's a whole nother issue. Then I see Florida State drop to Jacksonville State. Then they drop some more games. Then they come back and beat UNC. Is Florida State in a better state than Miami right now, insofar as program and leadership with Mike Norvell versus Manny Diaz? And I kind of know the answer, but I just want to put it out there in the chat and from you too as V12.
No, I don't believe so. I think Manny is a step above. I mean, that's not saying a lot right now than Norvell. I just think Florida State, I do think what Florida State has over Miami, and you guys can attest to this, that no matter how bad Florida State is, their fans remain rabid and their fans show up to games every time. When they losing, they showing up and they staying. So at least Florida State can attest to their fan. They have really, really good fans. But their program, is it rising? I can see it rising, but is it in a better state than Miami right now? No. But I tell you what, when that game comes, like Drake say, we gonna see.
We're gonna see. We're gonna find out. And listen, for you, I'm a Cane fan. I'm in the works. I may be doing something in Tallahassee. Don't pencil it in yet. Just put it in the back of your mind. We may be trying to do something big in Tallahassee. V12, wink, wink. You know what I'm talking about. So hopefully we can do something big, man. We got to rally this deal up. But real quick, man, we got a donation. Well, before I read the donation, I do want to say this. How y'all calling in and I ain't even got the phone line open? I'm hanging up on you. Give me a second. Hey, them boys got the show phone line on speed dial. Them boys got that thing.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey, that's a great thing, Cope. Put that thing on speed dial.
It's a great thing. It's a great thing. I promise I'll get back to the call. Matter of fact, before I open it, I'll call that caller back on the line. But anyhow, what I was saying was, I don't know. I think that there is some influx with Florida State so far as what they're doing and the way they're playing. The quarterback is getting a little bit better. I think they're trying to get their feet wet. The thing is, we have the pieces. We have the players. We have the players. You know what I'm saying? And we just look bad, dog. We look bad. I keep going over that. But anyhow, let me read Hurricane Logan. Big shout to Hurricane Logan in the building. He says, it's on the coaches when they continue playing the guys who miss tackles and drop balls. We are what we allow. I get that. I'm with you 100% with that, Logan. I'm totally with that, right? So there's no consequences. People do what they choose to do and not what they have to do. So I totally understand that. Hurricane Miller says, Florida State isn't ahead. They went 0-4. No, I understand that, but I'm just talking about from the dumpster fire that they were or maybe still are till you see them. Think about this. If we drop UNC today, what does it say? What does it say? I don't know. Enough games haven't been played because they were kind of rocky at the beginning. We're kind of rocky now, you know, when we're supposed to be better, and we'll definitely find out. But Eddie Sewell says that answer is up in the air. You're right. It was just a question I wanted to ask because I'm thinking about them as I go through this deal. But anyhow, and I'm going to tell you, this is a sad state right now. Back to my fantasy. I've dropped every Miami Hurricane I've had so far. I just dropped Cam Harris last night because I had to. Dang. But anyhow, let's get into UNC real quick. Talk to us, man. What's going to be some of your keys of the game, man? Logan, appreciate that $5, man. Thank you so much.
The biggest key is that we are on the road. And that's going to have a huge effect, I think, on the psyche of Manny Diaz and the Miami Hurricanes. We can barely win at home, and we got to go into a North Carolina UNC, whose fans with the meter, the loudness of that stadium, knowing that they whooped us last year, knowing that Manny Diaz has not beaten Mac Brown, they already up 14-0 before we even get on the field, coach. And that's a sad, sad state in my mind. From a key to the game, it's going to be Sam Howell. But again, one thing we know about coaching, and you can attest to this, Coach Hayes, you do what continues to work. And don't be surprised if Mac Brown continues that assault that he started last year on our defense. That's what I'm scared of. Matt Howell, who knows how to beat us, and Mac Brown, who is an excellent coach, and he's not going to take his foot off our heads. He's not going to do it.
So you trying to say that Matt Brown just finna just slap us around? He just gonna continue slap us all across the field?
He's gonna try. Don't be surprised because he has the formula. He did it. He did it last year.
Right. So here we go. Okay.
Come on, coach. Now,
guys, I apologize. I'm apologizing for the show because I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm kind of flustered, and I am, because I want to ask questions, but I can't believe I'm about to ask these questions. Like, I can't believe I'm about to ask these kind of questions. You know what I'm saying? These shows are supposed to be like, all right, dog, so who gonna have 100 yards rushing first? Like, these are the kind of questions I want to ask. So I feel a little, I'm not a trained journalist and whatever. So I'm trying to keep my composure, dog. I'm like Kelly, dog. Y'all killing me with this, man. I'm fighting for my career.
Tough coach.
Y'all don't want to see me win. That's how I feel, man. But anyway, all I'm saying is we got to find out. Now, they have a dynamic receiver over there and a young man named Josh Downs. All right. He putting up some point. Little cat too, man. And he all over the field. And we got to be able to stop them. Now, here's the difference. They move him inside. They move him outside. So the question is, how do we stop that, right? How do we stop Sam Howell, who's a very good quarterback, and that connection, right? Because if you think you're going to cover him one-on-one with your corner, all right, no problem. Let's see how you match up with this linebacker. Let's see how you match up with the safety. And this cat, he cat quick, if you understand what I'm saying. So that's my biggest concern. We got to stop number 11. We have to stop number 11. That's the biggest deal right now. Curtis said, all good, coach. No, it ain't all good, dog. Cool. Brother Jay Blade, can I ask a question? Yeah, you can ask the question. I got you. Oh, coach, ask that question. What question? I missed it, Blaze. But anyhow, so I'm looking here at the line, and I'm looking at the line. It's 38-26 is the score prediction. I know we're not getting into that yet, but I'm just saying that 7.5 point spread right here. They're 3-3, and we're 2-3. V12, you got it, dog. I'm hurting right now. Just talk to me, man. Yeah, I'm hurting, dog.
I feel your frustration. It's it's hard to come here every Saturday knowing what we foresee is going on. But again, we have to. That's why we're here to talk through it and to get the fans' input and to kind of be there and support. But sometimes we have to make sure that we're realists. And I'm not sure where that point spread came from because we don't have, from what I understand, I'm not sure if you know anything different. King is out today. Is that and so we're going with Van Dyke again.
He's done for the season.
He's done for the season. Okay. So
and so is Jake Garcia, from my understanding. He had surgery on his foot. And so we down to TVD and Matoka.
So guess what? That's indicative of how our season is going. Right? That goes to show you what's going on right now. So now we were talking about King possibly for the Heisman. Now we got Van Dyke, who he has to grow up, and Garcia is hurt, and we know when we're talking about Matoka, but now we're talking about him. So that's just how we've been over the past few years. You know, that you want to call it bad luck, whatever you want to call it, bad karma, but we're in that state right now. We had King last year, we couldn't do much. So it's going to be a little bit more difficult. It's going to be it's going to be heavy today to beat UNC at home.
The thing is, and UNC is not the same team they were last year, right? They lost the two-headed monster back there in the backfield. They lost those guys. So they're not the same team, but we're not the same team. You know what I mean? And this is why I go back to saying that the stars and the moon have aligned for us to be great. Not win a coastal, but win the conference. We should be booming this deal. You know what I'm saying? Correct. But then we looking at teams like Cincinnati. Yeah, I know their schedule may be a little light, but they dropping cats off. You understand? Who would have thought Iowa? Huh? I'm just talking about the teams this year has been a wild roller coaster ride, if you ask me, man. And so anyhow, TVD is going to be the starter really the remainder of the season, barring injury. If not, we down to Matoka and I can't even Risk. I can't even think of the third guy's name, which was really the fifth guy at this point, man. So hopefully there is no injury, and then hopefully Manny doesn't play tender because sometimes coordinators get timid in play calling because now you down guy. I don't want a guy to get hurt. Well, it is what it is. At this point, you fighting for your life, brother. So you better do whatever it is to win these games. And I personally think it's dead man walking. Regardless of what he does, I think he's out. There's too much pressure out there right now. Big shout out to T2Y in the building, man. What's up with you, man? But also Miami Flow. I'm putting him out here. I ain't even talked to him about it, but I'm just putting him out there. He said he's going to watch the game at the office. So if you go in there and you say Coach Hayes sent me, he buying you a drink. Flo, my bad, dog. I had to put you out there. So if you go meet him at the office, he gonna buy you a drink, a tall glass of ice water, man. He buying it for you, man. So go meet him in the office and chill and watch the game with him, man. But anyhow, let's get into this part, man. I'm gonna open up these phone lines. They open right now. I said I'm gonna call that person back who just called. I'm gonna call their phone. Y'all be calling me. I'm finna call y'all. How about that? Let's get this thing rolling. Y'all jokers around here calling me. Hey, man, you call Coheed Football? Let's see who this is. 786. We finna call them back.
You've reached DeJuan Roberts, licensed agent.
My bad. I ain't mean to put his business out there, but that was DeJuan. That was the guy that called in. So DeJuan, if you can call back. You're more than welcome. But anyway, let me go ahead and put this banner up there right now. Call in. The number is 321-328-8235. So I appreciate DeJuan having me on speed dial for knowing the number. So you guys more than welcome to call in. But anyhow, I want to hear your side of this, what you think, as well as I'm hearing a lot about recruiting, right? And I'm not one of these guys who I ain't not calling back. I'm going to get into that recruiting conversation soon when we finish this call. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from.
Good morning or good afternoon, V12, Coach Hayes. It's Kevin, Dallas, Georgia. Glad to speak with V12 since you're no longer in Columbia. I thought y'all was trying to get some of that NIL money as far as from Columbia as far as to replenish as far as the Miami program. But the only thing I have to say, gentlemen, is this. It should be a W today, but if you all don't, if you all are a day over 40, if you all lose a day, in the words of, I answered it with a riddle. What did Florida Evans do when she dropped the punch bowl at James's repass? If you all lose a day, y'all need to say that to the fourth power.
I already know what it is. Damn.
That's it. If you all lose a day, it should be a W, V12. It should be a W today. But I still have to go back to one of our previous conversations, Coach, and that is the strength of your program is the young guys. It's not all these guys that you have to unlearn things. This 22 class and 23 class is going to make or break the University of Miami. If you all don't do it as far as today, if you all don't make changes as far as the AD, you don't make changes as far as the head coach, then hey, it's going to be the proverbial dog chasing his tail, John.
Definitely, man. Kevin, I always love when you call in. I always got to give you I made this actually for you, man. So this is actually you, man. So Kevin, thank you so much, and this is for you,
man. You come right out of a comic book.
My man Kevin in the building. I love it. From Dallas, Georgia.
Hey Kevin, that's a great point you made about it's supposed to be a W. But that I like to put that in quotation because we're supposed to be undefeated. I mean, only have lost one. We're supposed to be the best on paper, but it's not translating on the field. And so it doesn't give me a lot of confidence. You know, they have a saying, you know, I'm hoping for the best and fearing the worst today. That's why I got my Poor Little Timmy shirt on. Because I don't want us to be drugged like poor little Timmy get drugged. But based off of our history, and here's the sad part about it, Kevin. It's not about the talent. It's how we go out and play. We play like we're already 14 points down. All right, we don't come out with confidence. I'll give you a prime example. Arkansas will probably lose to Alabama 9 times out of 10. But that day, they came out like, we don't care who Nick Saban is. Jimbo Fisher came out like, I don't care. And he stated in the beginning, Jimbo said, I will beat Nick Saban. See what I'm talking about? Before it's all said and done. And those are the type of, we need those type of comments and those type of things that rile people up and get, for a head coach to bet on his team like that, that shows confidence. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that to our players. We're not empowering. To me, it doesn't seem we empowering our players. And I text Coach the other day when that game was going on last week. I said, Coach, do you see? It's all about the leadership. Jimbo Fisher, we were in the same position with Virginia that Jimbo Fisher was in with Alabama. Guess what Jimbo Fisher did? He threw a pass, a safe pass, a flag route. And guess what happened? Pass interference, put the kicker even closer, kick the field goal, game's over. But our leadership, we want to play conservative. We got to be better at all levels. And it starts from, somebody said it starts from, I agree, from the president to the AD to the coach. And I think it was Brother Jay Blaze say, none of them are performing well right now. And potentially they got to go sooner than later.
Definitely. All right, Kevin, I'm going to get some callers in here, man. They blowing this thing up, but I appreciate you as always, my brother.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you all. Take care. I'll touch base with y'all post game.
Yes, sir.
Good.
All right, real quick, man. Let me give Chuck Mobile his love, man. It says Coach Hayes and V12, great show. Smash the like button. Canes for life 100. Appreciate the $5, man. Thank you so much. And for you, Chug Mobile, I must chug more. Chug more cane juice. That's what I'm doing. But anyhow, let's make it happen. So a lot of people put in there, what's up with Zay? Hey, Zay, you need to hit me up, man. I need to call you. I need to talk to you anyway.
Hey, Zay, what's up, Zay?
Yeah, man, Zay in the building.
Big Zay.
Caller, talk to us. Give us your name, where you calling from. I got a 786 area code.
Man, this is your boy Young Flame calling from Exit 1, Florida City.
All right, what's up? Talk to us.
Yeah, man, I'm going to keep it brief and short, man. This is all I got to say, man. Just like when we played in Virginia, I said in the comments, our defense going to stand up because I know everybody been questioning the D. And the D, they wasn't great. Even though they wasn't great, they did stand up at times that we really wanted them to. And I feel like this game, they're going to stand up. Mark my words. Just remember I said it. That D going to bite. They're going to have you out your seat. They're going to bite.
Well, I'm ready. Hey, well, listen, I'm ready to get out my seat, dog, because if that's what it takes, I'll stand up the whole game. You know what I'm saying? If it takes us to win, I'll stand up the whole game, brother. But I appreciate you calling in, man. Thank you so much, man.
No problem, man. I love your show, bro.
Man, thank you. I appreciate it, man.
B12.
Yeah, what's up, brother? All right. We here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take
Yes,
care.
sir.
All right, now.
Florida City, stand up. In the building.
All day.
All day.
All right, man. Real quick, big shout out to Zay in the building, man. Another donation, Crazy Cane Nation, $9.99. You got the John Gruden picture up there. All right, I'm gonna let that one ride. Love your show, Coach, but not a Manny fan. But I believe he is going to coach these kids today. Miami win by 3. Cane Nation. If you have to, I'm gonna just tell you this, and I appreciate the donation. I appreciate your comment. But if Manny Diaz has to take the threat of being fired to coach hard today, then you're not the coach. That's just like saying you gotta fire a kid up to play the game today. He ain't a player. You know what I mean? He just plays on the team. That's how I look at it. And again, it's funny you say that. I talked about this earlier. I think right now our program is a reactive program and not a proactive program. And when I say that, meaning when things go bad, and that makes a difference between good and great teams. Great teams, through experiences, see the problems and have a plan for it when they occur. Good teams get a problem and then come up with a plan for it when it occurs. And that's the difference between good and great programs, right? Great programs already knows these things can happen, right? Good programs say, oh, shoot, our kids got sick on campus. What's the plan? And that's the problem. So when you have to have emergency meetings for stuff, you're in trouble. When you have a meeting to say, hey, let's implement this plan because this happened, then you're in great shape. I was talking to a coworker at work, and I was talking about that. And I said it was the same thing. I'm just making an analogy here, a parallel between when the Navy SEALs trained to go get Osama bin Laden, right? They didn't just say, oh, man, what's going to happen? They go through everything they could possibly think of that could go wrong and have a plan for it. And guess what happened on that mission? The helicopter crashed. Did they say, uh-oh, the helicopter crashed. How are we going to get out of here? No. Boom, the helicopter crashed. Boom, move to plan B. This is what's going on. Still went in, accomplished the mission, still got it alive. Nobody died. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to be able to think ahead of the game. And that's what football is. This is modern day. It's like war. You got to think, what happens if the general gets shot? Who's next? Boom, right? What happens if this happens? What's next? You have to think like that in order to be great, man. All right. V12 phone line is open, guys. You're more than welcome to call in. Everybody was calling in earlier. Call back in. To be great. But anyhow, I appreciate you, Eddie. Says great show. OG Kane says them young bulls ain't studying whatever, but Lord have mercy. OG, I love it. Hold up. Let me get my them young bulls ain't studying what everybody and coaches talking about it. They want a ball and they show they belong. So if you don't see them young boys, we done. No, I think the young boys do need to play. You know, I do think the young boys need to come in and get some things going. You know, but I've heard that's caused some rift in the locker room as well. But, you know, it is what it is. Next man up.
That's what it's about, Coach. This is competition. I get it. You want your coach. Go ahead. Answer that phone call. I save that point for later, but go ahead and answer that.
All right, yeah, but because I want to bring something up about that. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
Hey, what's up, Coach? This is Angel from Miami, Carroll City, but I'm out here stationed in North Carolina, so I'm going to this game today, repping all my Utah.
All right, man. You got Miami, Carroll City, CC Zoo, man. You in the military?
Yeah, I'm out here stationed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, so I ain't too far from the game, so I'm gonna make that hop.
All right, man. Appreciate your service, man.
Thank you for your service, man. Thank you for your service, brother.
Hey, no problem, gentlemen. Hey, I just want to say one thing about the coaching situation, and I'd like to get your thoughts on this, Coach, as well. And we got to give Manny one more year, not for Manny, but for the next guy to be able to attract that confidence that we're going to give somebody enough time to implement the game. If you keep playing this coaching carousel, you're going to want to take a job. If turn it around, they're looking for a job as defensive lineman for the D line on the Detroit Lions. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to do that. We got to give coaches confidence to have that extra year. And can we stop talking about this fantasy that Miami fans, we're the worst of it. Hey, Ed Reed should be the head coach. Man, what level has Ed Reed coached on? No disrespect. I know the man knows football, but this is big time. You got to have. I'm not saying that Ed Reed doesn't meet those qualifications. I'm just saying that we gotta look for vetted people that have won on different levels. And I just would like to get your thoughts on that, Coach.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you, man. But real quick, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna kind of go backwards through your questions. I've said this about Ed Reed. I personally, it would be hard for me if I was the president of the university to give Ed Reed the head coaching job, and I'm gonna tell you why. There are a lot of things that go through that. It's not just the sideline on Saturdays, right? And I'm not saying Ed Reed can't do this or he can do this, but it hasn't been proven to do this, right? You just said it. We're talking major college football, okay? And again, I can't say he can or he can't, but it would be hard for me to do that. I tell people all the time, just because you were the valedictorian of your school doesn't mean you could be the principal, right? Because there's more to it than classwork, right? Just because you're in the military, I don't know what branch, but just because you were the sniper that had the most kills don't mean you could be the general. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you were the best soldier. And so, so it's the same thing, because he was an elite athlete, and his love for the U is unquestionable. I get that. But can he do the other things, the shake hands, kiss babies that go around with it? Not just recruiting. That's a piece of it. These are parts of it. But it's a lot of other things that go into the managing. You have to make sure the equipment guy is on point. Like, it's a lot of nuance when it comes and little things that go into being a head coach, right? And that's usually where people fail, because now when you try to become a coordinator, this is why it's so hard to be the coordinator as well as the head coach, unless you really have your plan in place, because remember, it's only 24 hours a day. You spend so much time putting out all these other little fires that now you still have to focus on that. That's why Brett Venables said he only wants to be a D coordinator. He don't want to have to deal with sickness, talking to the medical staff, who got the virus, who's out, the mama calling. You got to have a sit-down meeting, but I'm supposed to be in this install meeting. Is the D lineman know what they're supposed to do? I mean, it's so many different things that go on with that, man. So it's a lot that pertains to that. And then the first part, say the first part of your question again. I forgot.
You want to give Manny Diaz keep him for another year?
Yes, I'm sorry, and I hate to say this, we can't keep him for another year, and I'm gonna just simply tell you why. He's not making progress on the field. When I look at the film, not from my emotional standpoint, when I look at what is being on the field, it is not getting better. We're still doing the same thing we did week 1 against Alabama. Week 2, we're doing the same thing. Week 3. Week 4, week 5, and we're still going to see it again this week. And what you saw this year is what you saw last year. There is no progression in it. So one more year. Remember, these coaches
Coach, I appreciate the feedback.
No problem. Anytime. V12, you got to say something to them. We got my man Balin in the background.
Yeah, and let me my military brother. Let me kind of go on, piggyback on what you said, Coach Hayes. I understand he's concerned about the continuity. And I understand that, but at this particular point in time, we can't afford to give Manny Diaz another year, because guess what? If we get the right coach, then the talent is going to come. The talent is going to want to stay. If we make a splash higher, the talent is going to want to. They're going to. We can retain the talent we have, and we can attract new talent. The second thing that's great about having another coach come in, they can reevaluate. You have another different set of eyes. So I share a short story with you. You go to the doctor, the same doctor's telling you your finger's broke, your finger's sprained, It's been 4 months, and that finger, you put ice on it. You do what they tell you to do. Hey, coach say, hey, V12, get a second opinion on that finger, man. I think that finger may be broke. Nah, coach, the doctor say the finger's sprained. Finally, I say, coach, I'm gonna get a second opinion. I go get a fresh set of eyes, a fresh set of nurses. Guess what they tell me, coach? My finger is broken. That's what we need. And that's why it's important to, when you get another coach, they can evaluate the talent different and the overall program different. So I appreciate the caller's concern about continuity, but Manny will have to go if it gets crazy today.
Got you. Real quick, I'm going to say we had Balin on, but he blacked out. I guess he's on the line. But here he is. He's back. Real quick, caller. Hold on 1 second. Let me introduce the third party of the usual suspect. This man got the view of all views.
Nice.
Talk to us. Where are you, man? Where are you? Talk to us.
Man, I'm in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic.
Hey, you scared me. Hey, you scared me for a minute. I thought you were going to say you were in Punta. You scared me for a minute. I thought you were going to say I'm in Punta. I was like, oh, boy, this is a family show. Balin, settle down. I'm glad you added that Cana to it. I thought you were going to say I'm in Punta. All right. Woo, I got scared.
Punta Cana.
Okay.
So talk to us, Balin. Real quick, we got a call on the line, but talk to us, man. I know you over there. The signal is great. Sound like my man popping some popcorn back there from the on the caller side of it. I don't know what he got going on. Hey, I know what it is. That sounds like that aluminum foil on that barbecue grill. That's what it really sounds like. But anyhow,
you hit it right on the head, my brother.
See what I'm saying? But give me 1 second, caller. So here's the deal.
No problem.
Balin, talk to us, man, real quick. I don't know if you've had a chance to hear some of the show or whatever. You're in Punta Cana. Matter of fact, I'm gonna take the caller because he'll probably lead into whatever you want to talk about. Caller, talk to us, man, and send your boy a rib or two.
Coach Hayes, this is DeJuan, man. What's going on, bro? I love the show, man.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I gave you a call back, man. What's up with you?
Hey, first and foremost, man, just a little quick moment of silence for my man Stan Harris, known as ATL King, man. He was a big fan of yours, and believe it or not, man, we lost a brother to COVID. So,
Wow.
I hear that.
Your family.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. We have a moment of silence for him, man.
Blessings goes up, man, for his family. Praying for him.
That's tough.
I just want to touch on something real quick. I was watching the show where you had Zoe and Mel Bratton on there, and man, that was monumental because those brothers made some interesting points about the program, man.
I agree.
We in bad shape, bro, from top to bottom. And in terms of recruiting, you was just talking about, then I'll let you guys hop on that a little bit. Man, I went to 24/7 Sports, which is supposed to be the gurus in recruiting. And I took a look at the weakest spot that we have outside of linebacker, and I looked at offensive line recruiting, bro. And this is gonna scare you. Out of 300 available offensive linemen, we only can get one, bro. Just one. And he's a 3-star. Not the stars matter, but we only get one. It's like the weakest.
But he's a 3-star
on the field.
But not interrupt you. I believe it.
Project.
Yeah, but he's the guy. This is his first year playing football. He only has 4 football games under his belt. 5, maybe, whatever they are in the season right now in his high school. Yeah, we're in bad shape, man. Anybody want to answer that? Go ahead, Baylor. I'll let you start it off. Got the beautiful view back there.
Go, man. Love the show. Y'all
Thanks a lot,
keep
man.
it going, man. One.
Always appreciate it.
I'll tell you what, the offensive line group is terrible. So the fact that we can't get any more recruits in that area is very embarrassing. I believe if you match up the offensive line for the Miami Hurricanes, the offensive line for even Florida Atlantic or FIU, they have better recruits than we do. It's sad. But, you know, there's not much we can really say about that besides what we see on the field. So it's embarrassing to say the least. But I do like Coach Hayes' take on it week in, week out when he talks about coaching. I believe that the coaching's not there. I don't think they have the ability. Honestly, if you can get any guy at the size of 6'5", 6'6", 6'4", 280, and if you teach him proper technique, you're going to have plenty of time to do things on the offensive line. So I don't care what type of recruit you have there or who's really in there. Obviously, they have to be athletic, but, I think it has to really do with the coaching. And I think that from the top bottom, starting from Manny Diaz, going back to the question that before this, the caller before this, it has everything from coaching from the top bottom. And honestly, Coach Hayes, we talk about this all the time, even V12, we know as far as even we talk about the simple sport of high school football, you give a coach 3 years. Usually if you want to see a program change, you give them 3 years. Your first year, you might lose big. Second year, you might lose close. Third year, you start winning. Then the fourth year, if you keep them around, now we're back to where you should be. Miami, I feel like every year it just keeps doing this. So it's like the first year is like the high year. I feel like we have it reversed. Manny Diaz comes in. We won a couple games. We beat Florida State for the first time. Everybody's all happy. Oh, well, this is the future. Next year we go 10-2, and then now we see this. We start to see the exact same thing. So regressing, and it's sad to say. I think at the end of the day, we're in year 3 for Manny Diaz. It's time for him to go. So that goes with coaching, and that goes into the question about offensive line and pretty much every position. It's from the top bottom, and I think it's not a player issue. It's a coach issue. And let's talk about the recruits. I saw a graphic this week which really shocked me. I don't know how accurate it was, but the ACC released it on Twitter. It showed that the number of 4-star and 5-star recruits from each of the ACC teams that are currently playing, and Miami was number 2 behind Clemson. They had like 4 5-star and like 5 5-star, 4 8-star, or 4 4-star recruits on the roster, and yet we're losing. So it makes, and guess what? Virginia had 3 4-stars, 0 5-stars, and like a bunch of stars that don't even like, you know what I mean? Like people don't even look at. So, and they beat Miami. So, I mean, it's like It's like, come on, what are we even doing here? Like, it's honestly embarrassing, and I think it has to do with coaching, not really the talent.
Definitely, man. Real quick, we got a call on the line. I'm gonna answer this question. Alan Hartman told me to go back, so I had to do a lot of scrolling because y'all killing the chat, which is perfect. We got 189 in the chat. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. He says, Coach Hayes, no matter if Manny and Blake is fired, we cannot hire any more politicians or salesmen. People who interview well but can't coach, develop, or recruit should not be hired. I agree, but I'm gonna tell you this: all coaches are salesmen. That's right. That's what they're selling themselves to become hired. Now the problem is you have to see what they've been selling. Right? You can't just listen to the words coming out of their mouth. You have to go see the product in which they're selling. So you have to go and do some real research. And that's where I think our problem is. You know what I mean? I got a 202 area code. I think that's that DC boy, if you understand, when them boys out there. Talk to me, man.
What's up, Coach Hayes? This is Jay Blaze.
I already knew it was Jay Blaze in the building. What's up with you, man?
Well, what's going on?
Are we here, brother Jay Blaze? What's going on? It's nice outside today, Blaze. I hear you.
Hey, man, did I just hear a caller say, man, give Manny another year?
Yeah, I heard that too, man. I had it.
Man,
Yeah, I appreciate it, but now I couldn't give him another year, dog.
That's that ooh-wee.
Sure enough, man. So talk to us.
Man. Hey, man. Hey, North Carolina today, we in an all-white, white, man. This is crazy. Now, I never went into a game shaking my head. This is crazy, man. It's crazy. I never believed that as a Hurricane fan, we walking into a stadium knowing we have no confidence in our head coach and in our football team administration. I mean, I can't believe it, man. So the change got to happen. I mean, it's obvious. And like you said, it's a lot of pressure on the coach. And I think he already knows what's going to happen at the end of the season. A lot of people say during the season, it don't even matter at this point. At this point, if it's during the season or after the season, I just want to change. That's the main thing, and especially at the AD position, especially at the athletic position.
That's real. V12, anything in response to that?
No, he's absolutely right. You know, Jay Blaze is right, man. You know, we up here in the DMV, and I still wear my Canes gear, but I get a couple side eyes.
Well, Mike mute, ain't
it? Sounds like you muted. You muted?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Nah, he said it's mine. It was Coach always be trying to throw some shade and be his coach. Is there a storm? It's our show. It's our show, Balin. Let me see that view one time. Nice. It's beautiful, man. I like Punta Cana. No, but what I was saying is, no, it's unbelievable that we come to the stage in our historic program, and like I said, I wear my Canes gear up being up north all the time, and people look, and they know about the Canes from yesteryears, and like almost like, how can you still be a fan? Because I believe in the program, but to the callers, when the guy coach put up the comment about hiring politicians versus and salesmen, I agree with that. I think we have to be able to ensure that we have a person who has the coaching credentials. Hey, coach, now I got you now, but don't say V12 and then some black out, because I don't like that, coach.
It kicked me out too. Look, me and Brother Jay Blaze still on the thing.
Don't say, I know Blaze is on. Don't say 12 and then your stuff go out. I expect that from Balin.
Always calling me out.
Exactly.
Hey, man. Hey, I tried to blame him because he out the country. So I said, hey, I figured this on him, man. But anyway, I don't know what y'all were talking about, man. I apologize for interrupting. But Brother Jay Blaze, I appreciate you, man. It's 12 o'clock. About to kick this deal off, man. And thank you as always for being a big supporter, bro.
Okay, I'll see y'all.
Thanks, man. Hey, we doing the post game immediately after the show. Even though I know it says 7:30 on the flyer because I have to put a time in there. But I always try to make it 4 hours in case some kind of delay or injury or weather or whatever the case may be. But we going immediately after the game because it doesn't let me start late. I can start early. All right, appreciate you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Coach Hayes.
All right, man. Yes, sir. Talk to us, Balin. I know you weren't in there because after I know you're going to do your monologue, really. I'm going to let you go in, and then we're going to do our score prediction. Let's get it.
I have a quick question for both of y'all. Who are the only programs in the state of Florida that go through coaching changes every 3 years? Go ahead.
I don't know.
Miami.
Let's talk about it. Miami and who?
and
Florida State.
Florida State.
And look where both programs are.
Absolutely.
It's insane. I don't understand what the issue is here, but
it's bad hires.
I
was gonna say, look at their hires. Yeah, I was gonna say that we both got their hires are atrocious.
Well, I would argue that our hires might be a little better. And what you would, I mean, if you look at the resumes, not really Manny Diaz in a sense, but Mark Richt was a phenomenal hire in my opinion when it first happened. I think if we had better options at the time, that I think we should have went after, like Butch Davis or Cristobal, right? But we end up with Mark Richt, who won a lot of games at Georgia. And I'm thinking he's a Hurricane guy, whatever. But at the end of the day, I like Mark Richt over Willie Taggart at that time. Well, I mean, really? I mean, let's be honest. Whatever. So, but what, anyways, I'm just saying we need something that's consistent and we need a guy who's going to stay for long term. You see the University of Florida, and we hate those guys. But look at their coaches. They're there for years. We're talking 5, 6, 7 years, and they leave and become other head coaches, other programs, even some upgrades, right? Or you could be like McElwain, who wins early and goes to Central Michigan, and he's still winning games. So, and he almost beat Miami. Anyways, so I just wanted to point that out real quick. But I was wearing a Miami Hurricanes hoodie this morning. Some guy literally comes up to me and says, "You must have loved history class." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "Because that's what you guys live in the past."
That's a good one. Yeah.
Oh man,
that's a good one.
Sad, Hayes. Where we at, B12, man? What's going on?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Question for y'all though: Manny Diaz, we went out and we win the ACC Coastal. We beat Wake Forest. Does he keep his job?
Yeah, we asked that out. I think he's done. I'm
talking about he wins. I'm talking about with what we have now and how terrible it is in the locker room. Because now I'm finding out people are fighting in practice now. 6 people are quitting, transfer portals, all the nonsense. We go on a what is it? We're 2-4. We're 2-3. And we go on a 7-game win streak. Win the Coastal. What happens?
He still gets 5 games. Because there's no confidence.
It's hard. No, it's hard to fight. It's hard. I ain't gonna lie.
7 games and win the Coastal. Whoa.
Yeah, it'd be hard to fire that dude. It'd be hard to fire him.
The Orange Bowl, which is a major.
I'm just saying it'd be. Listen, I'm gonna say this. No, you won't fire him, but no, that's not happening. And if it does happen, he wins out. He wins out.
I was waiting for reality.
Listen, yeah, I was just saying if he wins out, like for a guy to win 7 games straight, win the whole deal, it's hard to fire him. It shows that he made some improvement, right? That's hard. That's a hard deal to do. You understand? But the reality, that's super impressive. But the reality is, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. Real quick, man. We had one last call, even though I took it down. Caller, talk to us. Give us your name. Where you calling from?
This is OG Kane from Tennessee.
Oh my God! Hey, hold up, man. Hold up. I gotta hit this man with the. I've been trying to get this man to call in forever. Every time it's Coach, I'm running here, Coach. I'm on the grill, Coach. I'm this. OG Kane in the building. Talk to us, man.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's going on, OG? What's going on?
I'm here, brother. We here, man. Hey, hoping for the best.
Yeah, I hear you. But the comments I was making in the comments, what I was meaning by that is, everybody knows all the noise that's going on. Everybody knows that, the kids are divided. They know more stuff than we do. But the only way I see us winning this game is if them young bulls come out and they play, along with, some of the other veterans out there that may play, is they say, forget all the noise. We finna get out here and we finna show out. Because, I don't know if I'm going to be here next year. We don't know if that coach going to be here next year. Man, I'm finna make it do what it do out here. So let's go out here and ball. If they don't come out there with that mentality right there, it's going to be a long day. But other than that, I can see them pulling it off, but I can see it going the other way. Because when I played, we went 0-4. 4 games lost. The team came together. You had a team divided. You had the seniors up here, and you had the younger freshmen, sophomores, and juniors over here. It got to the point where we're just like, forget the coaches. We're going to come out here and do our stuff. But when game time comes, we're going to play for us.
Mm-hmm.
damn the crowd, damn the coach, we finna get out here and ball. And you know what happened that year? We was a Cinderella team. We won the state championship that year because we came together. It wasn't about the coaches and none of that stuff. We did it. Little small little inner city school. Wasn't nobody expecting us to do it. So unless they come out with that attitude, it's gonna be a long day, coach. Long day.
Well, we're gonna find out real quick. Some of these games are jumping off, but OG Kane, man, you have once you called in, right? You gotta always call in. You done broke the seal, bro. So the water got to continue running, my brother. So you're more than welcome to call in anytime, man. And it is what it is. But again, thank you, man. We going live right after the game as well. So we got 178 in the chat. I appreciate you guys. We almost down to 3 hours and 22 minutes. So we rolling in this deal, and we've been on about an hour and 5 minutes. So anyway, OG Kane, thank you, man. I'm gonna get these predictions, and we're gonna get up out of here, man.
No problem. Y'all stay up.
All day. Appreciate you. I'm glad I left the app open because guess what? I had the phone line cut off. He still called in, so that was beautiful. Real quick, we got 55% of the people saying no, that we will not win this game today on the poll that's running right now. But anyhow, let me just say this last piece because we're going to kind of get out of here. And I know it's going to be a lot to talk about after, right? Win, lose, or draw. There's going to be a gang to talk about. I'm going to just say this piece about recruiting. A lot of people are worried about recruiting. I'm going to tell you why I'm not worried about recruiting. I'm not worried about recruiting because we're still getting recruits. As bad as this is. Okay, a guy decommitted. I get it. I understand that. Trust me. As soon as Nick Saban decides he's going to retire or whatever happens, they're going to have decommitments, right? Because they don't know what the next is. There's a lot of uncertainty out there, right? Whatever that case may be. I'm not worried about the recruiting. I'm worried about program building. The recruits will come. Think about it, as bad as this is, we still got, like you said, we number 2 in the ACC behind Clemson, who've been doing it for the past 6, 7, 8 years. So the recruiting ain't never the issue for me. The process and the program building is more of the issue, right? The recruiting is we got a little leak in the boat with the recruiting. But there's a huge hole in the boat over here when it comes to program development and building. That's the real hole. I'm not worried about some players, right? Yeah, we do want to get those guys, but like I say, if you build it, they'll come. And we ain't even building it, and they still coming. Now, we've lost some, but come on. But anyhow, with all that being said, let's jump into this right quick. I'm going to do score prediction. These games going on, man. So talk to us, Balin, real quick. Balin, what's your score prediction of the game? Yeah. With it being a 7.5 point spread?
Here we go with going back to your point. Sorry, we're going to do it real quick. With your point about recruiting, at the end of the day, what I was trying to prove in the fact that we're number 2 in the ACC with recruits, the other teams that are way below us are winning football games. Virginia Tech was at like 7. You know what that tells me? It's coaching. You can get talent and coach them right, and if they're fundamentally in discipline, you win a lot of football games. The talent will always be there, Miami's an attractive program. People want to play for the U. Why? Because everybody likes history. It is what it is. They just want to wear the U on their helmet and be a part of something that was special at one point. But at the end of the day, it's about the coaching. Can we coach talent and put them in the right position? And if you do that, I don't care if you're a 5-star, a 4-star, a 3-star. I've seen no stars be special, right? We see that all the time, Hayes, especially in Orlando. So much talent that doesn't get recruited, but they're performing every Friday night. Unfortunately, they just get overlooked. So we need right coaches. And you know what? We get so mad about Manny Diaz not playing the young guys and favorites and the seniors. How about the program start looking at their coaching staff and stop playing favorites and start making moves that's going to better the program, and not just because they're buddies going out on a Friday or Saturday night after a football game and having a couple cocktails because they're best friends and saying, hey, great job this week, maybe next week. How about you start doing that to your program and see what things happen? Because Saban don't play no games. Those guys are in and out one year, and guess what? They're getting better jobs. Why? Because they're trying to do better themselves. We're worried about relationships. We're not worried about wins. And that's the problem with the University of Miami. But anyway, score prediction today. I hope it's nothing like last year because I remember watching that game. I actually got COVID that same day, so it was just a messed up overall just debacle. All right, if Florida State can come into UNC as bad as they are and beat UNC last week, I think Miami can do the same today. But with all the things that are happening and all the fighting and practices and the Manny Diaz sad locker room speech that was quite embarrassing to say the least. After that speech, you should have been fired. But anyways, who says the team is sad? I want them to be happy. What is that anyways? Unfortunately, guys, I think that that Miami, I really, I'm a Canes fan. They're going to win. I hope they win. But I think UNC beats us 31-14, unfortunately.
They beat us.
Yeah, I think they beat Miami 31-14. But I want Miami to win. That of course, I want my prediction to be wrong. All right, Hayes, I want my prediction to be wrong, guys that are listening. I always want to be wrong, but I'm a realist. Hey, we see where the program's headed. It's not good with Manny Diaz in office, but I still think that we need to ride him out for the rest of the year or get Rhett Lashley his little opportunity to be head coach for 6 weeks and see what happens there and then fire the whole dang show.
I heard that. V12, talk to a guy. I got one more follow-up, and it's got to be a quick answer.
Okay.
Because I want to be the first thing pop off your mind. So V12, talk to it. What's your score prediction?
Hey, call me a fool in love. I love these Canes, man. And so I'm going to roll with them. I got the Canes 28. Check it. I got the Canes 35. I got North Carolina 31.
Dang, man. I wish we'd have scored 35 points against Virginia.
Listen, I'm already putting this on I'm going 28-24 Miami. All right, here we go. So I'm going 28-24 Miami because I'm gangster like that. All right, here's the next part. My man Crazy Kane said, damn, man, you got me hyped over here. Say we going to lose?
That's crazy. I've been talking facts.
All right, here we go. Real quick. Hold up. My dog in the building. He said, I'm not excited about college football as I once was because of the continuous failure. I watch only because I love the sport. I don't know, Zay. I'm with you. Now, if you're talking about Canes, I'm with you. But let me tell you something. If you talking about football, last week was the best sports weekend of all time, bro. And matter of fact, me and J Dub from our group, man. Matter of fact, V12 brother, we be going back and forth about what's better, college football or NFL. He love NFL because he's at college. You already know he's gonna win. But bro, when you saw that Ole Miss showdown, you saw the Texas showdown. Man, bro, it's in there.
Hey,
but anyhow, yeah.
Hey, you know what's sad about that weekend? Who didn't play? Anyways, just keep
Miami. All right, so anyway, you're right. And then we had the Tyson Fury fight right after. Then I finished that, jumped right back on to watch the 12 o'clock West Coast game. But anyway,
lost me money, man.
Quick question. You ready? I need both of y'all to answer at the same time so nobody can think about it. Then I'll ask you what you said. Who is your pick for next Miami head coach? Go.
Urban Meyer.
All right.
Urban Meyer.
Hold on. He says Urban Meyer.
Whoa.
He said Urban Meyer. You say Cristobal, and I'm saying Lane Kiffin. I love it.
If we doing any of them, I'm happy.
Listen, I'm gonna do a show. I did that fast because I don't want you to have a chance to think and hear if it had to be the same person, whatever. So V12, V12 says Urban. Balin says. Balin says Mario Cristobal, and this guy right here says Lane Kiffin.
Hey, V12, that can happen, my boy.
I know. Hey, like Trick say, no ifs, ands, or maybes
unless she's a hater. All right, so with that being said, listen, with that being said, I appreciate you all.
Come back.
Hey, listen, I'm telling you, come back to me.
Come back to college.
I'm begging you, please. Anyway. Listen, this is what I want.
Do you want smoke?
All of it.
All the smoke. Hey, Coach.
All the smoke.
Hey,
right.
before you go.
Hey, Cristobal almost laid an egg, though, last night. I was upset.
He almost did.
2 a.m. I almost watched that egg.
Hey, listen.
That's what we talking about.
Before we go, guys, and I know all the Canes fans out there going to feel this. I know you're going to feel this, Coach Hayes, Balin. On this Sunday, the Washington football team is going to induct the greatest safety ever to play the game besides Ed Reed into their ring of honor. Sean Taylor will be inducted in Washington. It's going to be, y'all take a look at that game. Y'all take a look at that ceremony. That's going to be phenomenal. R.I.P. Sean Taylor, R.I.P. the brother who passed away from COVID, who we were talking about earlier today. And those who've lost loved ones to COVID, man, who's battling COVID, man, prayers up. Sean T, we miss you, man. Hey, bro, the greatest
Kane
of all time. I don't care. And, hey, if they say if you got a problem, come see me. Right? That's what Ludacris say. Dun, 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 dun. Come see me with that.
Yeah. V12 and 8. Get this. Woo! It just popped in my head. Scenario. Ready? Best scenario. I hope we don't lose today. I already predicted we are, but I hope we win. We lose today by like last year's margin, right? Fire Manny. The Dolphins spank Jacksonville, put them out of their misery. They come back. I think they're in Europe. Urban quits and takes the job in South Beach. How about that? I like it. I like it. We like it. I'm all in.
All right, listen. Here's my only question. You're right, but we're gonna say that too because we're gonna do a show about who's next. Here's my question: have they retired Sean Taylor's jersey in Miami?
They need to tonight,
but they haven't because Gervin Hall wears it.
Oh yeah,
right. What I'm trying to say is, this is what we're talking about: program building, right? Honoring the right people, doing the right things by the right people. It's not the fact that he's a Hurricane and he passed away and we're doing it but he's good. If he was alive today, we should be doing it. You understand what I'm saying? Like there are certain things that we can say, okay, and then of course when someone passes away, we may speed up the process, but he also earned that.
Oh yeah.
And these are the type of things I'm saying that it's just certain things that's program building that I'm worried about. You understand what I'm saying?
A fact about it. And you probably may know it from what I'm understanding. They're going to retire his jersey. No one has worn it since he passed away, and they have preserved this man's locker since that time. How amazing is that? They've preserved Sean T's locker since then. That's insane. And to your point, Coach Hayes, I don't know, and we haven't gotten that from the U yet. I mean, it goes to show. I mean, that's all I can say, man. It's crazy.
Think about history teachers. I mean, think of how many jerseys we'd have to retire, though. Oh, man, we would look.
No. I get that, but what I'm saying, there are certain things that it's been long enough. It's been certain things, but I'm just saying. Usually, when people pass or something like that, you do that in remembrance of them, right?
I mean, Anthony Richardson had to get permission from Tebow to wear 15. Think about that. Permission.
Exactly. But anyway, let me cut this off. Score predictions are in. I appreciate you guys. Games are going on. Hold on. Got McCain G. We rocking and rolling. We'll see you guys immediately after. Ain't no telling what he gonna be doing in Dominican Republic. He might be swimming or something or surfing.
Enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your vacation in Punta
Cana.
Yeah,
so anyway, with that being said, we out of here, guys. Appreciate it. Real quick, V12 point down there. Big shout out to Alex Tabio, our sponsor for today's show. Big Hurricane fan. Holla at him. Anything dealing with home financing, check him out. His information is also in the description. Phone number is 305-205-1697. Also hit him up on his email, which is atabio@certifiedhomeloans.com. Trust me, deals are low. Interest rates are low right now. Go check him out. As well as Solo D going to take us up out of here because there's some Canes over here, if you understand what I'm saying. And we'll see y'all immediately after the game. Trust me, it's up. I know it says 7:30. I have to put a time on it, but it will be immediately after the game. Yes.
Got to do it. You guys changed it twice. I got to change my score prediction if I was going to go Canes today. Can I do it?
Yeah, because I was going to say you automatically out. Even if they lost, you was out. You was banned. So go ahead. Give me a score prediction so I can change.
I'm gonna go 27-24 Miami.
This man playing me like he's the Price is Right. He tried to beat me by $1. Look at this, boy. Hey.
Okay, 30-23.
Nah, you good. 30-23. That's better. That's 7 points. I'll take
30-23.
Can I tell y'all something too? Little known fact. I know I keep saying get out of here. I have not had to pay one of these off yet.
I know, man. Yeah, last year I was rolling, baby. I had like 4 straight weeks of money.
Hey, I done paid that man whole light bill around here, and I ain't had to pay one yet. But anyway, with that being said, we out of here. Solo D, he got us in the building. We check y'all out because there's some Canes over here, and we going, y'all.
Kang gang, 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 Kang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's Kang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's Kang gang. Kang gang, 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 Kang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang. Rep since a juvenile, I be where they throwing up using crowds. You know how that school get down. Not taking no L's, we ain't losing now. Don't get it confused right now. I represent making these music sounds. They play me when they study in their dorm room. Request me an Uber now. I be screaming Kang gang. Across the world, they be screaming out the same thing. We first to arrive and last to leave. We filling the sense of capacity. You know I won't change while you asking me. Be throwing this you to the casket deep. Be all on the field like Sebastian B. Rockin' Kane's well, I'm a fashion freak. Look, I be staying live on pipe down. Ass down life, it's a lifestyle. Ain't like the other schools, don't confuse us. We the only ones that really throw the you up. But Kane's fam turned up where you find me. Hit hard like I seen it go to Shanti. Try to reach Manny D, they remind me that them Kane's right back in they prime. Screaming out, Kang gang, Kang gang, Kang gang, Kang gang, Kang gang, Kang gang, Kang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's Kang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's Kang gang. Kang gang, 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 Kang gang. You see him in orange and green? That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang. You ready for Storm 18? That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang. That's Kang gang.
So low, so low, so low, deep. So low, so low, so low, deep.
CWA. Kang gang.